doing? How y'all doing? Bang, bang, boogie. Yeah. We right back at it. Um, Hold up. Bang, bang, boogie. Yeah. Hit that thing again. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, how y'all doing today? Running a little late, man. I had to do another podcast over there, Sitting Politics. Y'all already know. Y'all make sure y'all go check them out over there, Sitting Politics. Literally just left from over there. That's why I pushed my show back about 30 minutes. Um, so we got a little bit different topics today. You know what I'm saying? I always do the little sports stuff, but we gonna roll it a little different today. Also, just a reminder, if you want to comment, go over to YouTube and check your boy out right over here at Gates Open Media. If you want to comment, I can't see your comment till I get off the line. But if you want me to put your comment on the screen, read your comment, check me out at Gates Open Media on YouTube. Make sure you do this. Like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share. Gates Open Media. So yeah, this is a little different for me. So this is a little scary for me. Just kidding. But this is a little different. So this first time doing one like this live. But anyway, Whoopi Goldberg helps Will Smith. So obviously, they ain't gonna go into the whole story. Obviously, if you don't know, you've been living under a rock. Will Smith went on stage and slapped Chris Rock about his wife. Went back to his seat and said, "Don't." He said, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." That's basically what he said. Did that twice. Did that at the Oscars. It was a big ordeal. Some people said he's protecting his wife. Some people thought it was stupid. I was one of the ones that thought it was stupid. But now, hey, Will stepped down from the Academy Award. I don't know the exact terminology for it, but he stepped down. At the end of the day, but a person does their time. You got suspended for 10 years. At the end of the day, I think it's going to be just like, a person go to jail, get good release, or get out a little early for good behavior. They did not take his Oscar. Got to keep that. I thought it was stupid, but anyway, I ain't gonna talk about all that. Why I thought it was stupid? That's pretty old now. It's been going on 2 weeks or so. But just know I thought it was stupid. But anyway, but I believe when an individual does their time, you gotta let it go. And for the most part, for what I can remember, Will has pretty much been squeaky clean. Jada has put the stuff on the red table, all that good stuff. Doesn't matter what you think about it. That's their relationship. The same way, I heard somebody say, "Hey man, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell a man how to protect his family, how to protect his wife. If he felt threatened by that, or if he felt, what I'm saying, once again, I thought it was stupid, but if he felt that way, I guess it is what it is. That's him and that's his wife. I really don't care, to be honest. But how did Whoopi Goldberg actually save Will Smith? So basically, Will stepped down, so that was good, but in Whoopi's eyes, meaning she was able to go to the board and tell them that she think that Will's movies should be able to be still up for an Oscar, even though he can't be there to receive them. She thinks that he still should be nominated for an Oscar, and if he win it, he win it. And I agree 100%. Just because you say I can't come here don't mean I can't participate. And then, at the end of the day, this thing gonna blow over. It's gonna be, they'll probably have some extra security, all that stuff there. But when Will does his time, he does his time. Let it go. It is what it is at this point. And what I'm saying, just to think about, how long we just gonna carry this on? He got to get over it at some point. What he and his wife do, even though they put everything out there on the table for us to criticize it and judge it, it still is what it is. Whatever they want to do, they do. But once again, I didn't agree with it. I thought it was dumb. But hey, what does it matter to me? What does my opinion matter to them? Not much at all. He's still going to be successful. Yeah, they're postponing movies and all this stuff here. But best believe them movies gonna come right back. They coming right back. Bad Boys 4, the thing he got with Netflix is gonna cool down a little bit, a few months, and then it'll be right back in everybody's face. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to, and we as Americans, we give people second, third, fourth, fifth chances and all this stuff here. So at the end of the day, what Will did, yeah, I don't agree with it, but at the end of the day, you have to be able to give him a chance. If you think about it, just like um Michael Vick in the dog fighting stuff, I didn't agree with it. Thought it was stupid. You're a millionaire. Why are you gonna be dog fighting? It's dumb. But he lost millions of dollars, and he served time in jail, time in prison, whatever, and he was able to come back. People still throwing that stuff up, and it's literally been, I think that was back in '05, '06. That's literally been about 15 years ago or so. So why keep putting it out there? He did what he did, but he served his time. So let it go. Same thing with Will. Will did what he did, which people thought was stupid. Some people didn't. But as things are coming out, we are seeing the backlash where he's getting hit. But don't be fooled to think that Will isn't going to come out with more movies. You'll be a fool to think that. Don't think that, so with Whoopi going to tell them, hey, I think Will should still be able to be nominated. He should still be able to get his awards. I mean, he just probably won't get an award would probably be the thing. So to sit up here and say he should get awards and all that, I think that's stupid. It's bad enough he can't set foot in there for 10 years. I think that's bad enough. And then there's also reports that Chris Rock might sue him. Once again, I don't agree with that either, but who am I? I'm not Chris Rock. I didn't get hit. I ain't get embarrassed on stage. I'm not a meme. You know what I mean? So I don't think Chris should sue him, but if he does, I guess that's part of, your consequences. But at the end of the day, I don't care. I don't think he should. But then again, I think Jada should have, and I'm not going to the whole thing, but I think Jada should have stopped Will from going up there. I will say that. He was protecting her, so she needed to protect him. And she's on a tour where she is definitely not protecting him at all, throwing him on the bus left and right. Oh, I'm a woman and I don't need protection and all this stuff here. Whatever, dude. Like at the end of the day, she either should have said nothing or said, hey, it is what it is. We're moving past that. And, her PR team should have did, I don't know if she has a PR team, but she should have did something different than continuously throwing him under the bus, saying, well, she ain't never, obviously they digging up everything now. She ain't never even want to get married. The whole Tupac stuff. Her daughter's talking about Tupac. And it's just the whole hunk of junk. And now Will is, I guess, in not rehab, but a mental facility. But at the end of the day, like I said, who am I to tell somebody how they feel they should supposedly protect their wife or husband or whatever the case may be? Once again, I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. But for Whoopi to go up there and do what she did, I don't agree with Whoopi on a lot of things either. Some things I do, but that's neither here nor there. But for her to go do that and probably, still say Will. And then, they'll do the video thing from his house or something like that. If he was able to win an award, you know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty good. But at the end of the day, you got to be able to let people move on unless they continuously make the same mistake over and over and over and over again. So, but the fact that Will be able to get an award in a future movie, I think that's big, even though he's, banned for 10 years. But I don't even think it's going to last 10 years, to be honest. He might get 5 years time served or some crazy mess. But we'll see. Second on the list, we're going back to basketball here. But Patrick Beverley has absolute hate for the LA Clippers, and we all know why. At the end of the day, Patrick Beverley, he played for the Clippers last year. I don't know if you guys remember, but do you remember when he pushed Chris Paul in the back? And could have gave him whiplash or hurt his neck or something like that. And some people say, oh, yeah, right, he ain't going to hurt his neck by pushing him in the back. Well, if you go look at the Morris brother who played for Miami, when he hit Jokic, and then Jokic came and pushed him in the back, he's been out ever since. I don't know if he came back yet, but if he's back, the majority of the season, he was definitely out. So, and then I think who was the GM over there is the logo, Jerry West. And Jerry West, said we ain't gonna have this in this organization basically. And I don't know what any players said about him. Did they try to help him? Did they have his back? I'm assuming they didn't have his back, and that's why he's mad at the players as well. He literally cried after the game, and we're talking about the play-in game. We ain't talking about actual playoff. I mean, I guess it's a playoff game, but he actually cried, jumped up on the scores table and different things like that. But in the interview, he showed a lot of love to not the organization, but the coach, his coach. He showed a lot of love to the rookie they have over there. I can't think of his name. Anthony Edwards. He showed a lot of love to D'Angelo Russell. And honestly, I've never really heard him talk like that outside of a podcast. I've heard him talk on a podcast, but in the media, I've never really heard him talk like that. I thought that was pretty big. He said his coaches should be considered for the coach of the year. And we'll see. I like Patrick Beverley. I like his hustle. I like how he plays. You know what I mean? Borderline dirty, but he plays the game hard. He's been through but a person like him who's been through the D League and played overseas and did all these other things just to get to the NBA, you got to expect him to play hard. You got to expect him to play, with a chip on the shoulder at all times. I mean, this guy was. I remember. I might be wrong, but I want to say dude averaged a ton of points in high school. Obviously high school is different than the pro, but sometimes you see these guys when they get to that level, their scoring sometimes drops off. Well, obviously it's going to drop off for some of them a lot, and he has dropped off a lot. So he can at the high school level he was balling, but obviously you playing the best of the best by the time you get to the NBA. So your role changes a little bit. I mean, you go back and look at some of these films on some of these pros now. Go back and look at some of their high school films. Man, it is crazy. I mean, you see them shooting jumpers, and now like Looney, Kevon Looney played for Golden State. Go back and look at some of his high school tape. This dude is balling. This ant. Talking about he played like he from Piers. He do a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He do play like he from Piers a little bit. But he playing with hustle, grit, and grind. You know what I mean? So you can't knock him because of where he's been. Some of these players just come into the league, and I'm not saying like they're not grateful, but at the same time, some of the players just, nonchalant. You know what I'm saying? He know what his bread and butter is. His bread and butter is defense. So he hurt Russ being over aggressive during a timeout a few years ago, and I think he tore his ACL probably about 7 years ago now, so 7, 8 years ago, and that's why he and Russ don't get along. But Patrick Beverley has absolute hate for the Clippers, and it's not even the coaches and the ownership group. He was hot at the players. And that's why I say I believe the players just didn't have his back when they was talking about getting rid of him. But what he did was stupid. I mean, he acknowledged it too. He was on JJ Redick's podcast, and he acknowledged it. He was like, "That was stupid." I think he said, "Just got the best of me." You know what I'm saying? And I can respect that because he's being honest at that time. So a guy's being honest. He got the best of him. Chris Paul got the best of him. They lost in the playoffs. So, he was frustrated. And then if you think about it, why else was he frustrated? Well, that team was put together to win a chip, and they didn't win a chip. You had the bubble year the first year. The second year, Kawhi got hurt. And they did the best they can with Paul George, but Kawhi got hurt, and it was just like, boom. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that frustration. Because now they sent him off to another team. But when he got there, what was the first thing he said? We going to the playoffs. People thought the man was crazy. Well, now you understand why he was crying, because actually what he predicted happened. Now, if they win an actual series, I don't know. That's yet to be seen. But at the end of the day, he made it. He got his team. Well, I ain't gonna say he got his team to the playoffs, but he helped get his team to the playoffs. So that was I can see the emotion he has and why he has that emotion. It makes sense. And then as we move forward, we talked about Whoopi Goldberg helped Will Smith. Patrick Beverley hates the Clippers. And now, was Cam Newton wrong for what he said? So what I'm going to do is play a little clip so y'all can hear essentially what I hear. And, we'll judge it off of that. Because you got to think, wording is always the key. What did I do? Yeah, wording is the key in most situations. How people word things. So let's play this little clip really quick.
So Cam Newton is in a lot of hot water right now after many deemed that the quarterback made sexist remarks while on the $1 million worth of game podcast. And Cam isn't really new to controversy when it comes to the off.
A little bit of an enjoyment to see him kind of try to stick the people.
Let me go back.
A woman for me.
So first of all, just to let y'all know how TV works, I'm pretty sure most of you know, but they're gonna show him saying it and they're gonna take snippets of it. So basically, right there is telling you sometimes things are taken out of context, and I'm not trying to protect Cam or anything like that, but a lot of things are taken out of context because they do that with everybody. So it's what he said.
A woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs.
So right there, I'm gonna stop it. He said a woman to him. He didn't say a woman, all women, most women. He said a woman to him. Let's see, I'm gonna play that one more time real quick.
A woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs.
So handling your own and knowing how to cater to a man's needs. So that's what it's not saying all women should do that, or all women should do this, that, the other, whatever the case may be, but that's part of his criteria. So if you don't want to do that, then you don't date him. You don't try to create a relationship with him. And then they cut it. They're gonna cut it and come to another scene. Here we go.
But you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
So then he says, but you can't cook. You can't be quiet. You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know when to allow a man to lead. Once again, if you don't feel comfortable with those statements, why are you trying to date Cam Newton? You know what I'm saying? One more time. I like that.
But you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
So basically, that was kind of taken out of context because he said bad bitches. Maybe I shouldn't say that word. Bad B words. That's what he was talking in reference of. These women out here, all I guess these Instagram models or whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? They want to do this, and I think he's talking about Brittany Reiner, who was out here messing around a lot. If you read between the lines, meaning messing with a lot of guys, and then she got pregnant by an NBA player, I believe, something Washington. I think they got married. And she says that she wants to be in the same conversation with Aisha Curry and LeBron James' wife, something James. What's her name? Can't think of her name right now. But anyway, she wants to be in that same category. And you can't be in that same category if you don't put yourself in that same category. Meaning, you don't see these ladies out here all in the street. I'm not saying they're not doing anything because I don't know what they're doing, but you don't see it. So if they are doing some of those things, I don't know it. I have no clue what they're doing. So, but when you put yourself out there in the limelight like that, it's a whole different ball game. So if you don't want people to judge you like that, you shouldn't be out there like that. As simple as that, if you ask me. That's crazy. I don't know. But anyway, so let's play a little bit more of this.
Okay, guys. So Cam Newton new to controversy when it comes to the opposite sex.
A little bit of an enjoyment to see him kind of trust the people out there.
And so right now, I know y'all can't see this, but this is back in 2017 when Cam Newton played for, because they're trying to show a history of this. But when Cam Newton played for the Panthers, the reporter asked him about, I'll let y'all listen to it.
Funny to hear a female talk.
A female reporter that got him in trouble with the league.
Does that give you a little bit of an enjoyment to see him kind of trusting the people out there?
It's funny to hear a female talk about routes, like.
You know, so he said it's funny to see a female trying to talk about routes, but she said something about hit sticking, which is a reference to Madden, or if you play Madden. And I'm pretty sure that was, once again, the clip was cut, so I'm pretty sure she said something else. But as you guys know, they're trying to get a lot of females into football, and coaching, different positions, different things like that. And honestly, you know what I'm saying? I understand where he's coming from because that's not a female dominant sport. Matter of fact, they got some kind of little, man, I want to be disrespectful, some type of little football league that women play, but it's not, women don't traditionally play football. So, and he said, only thing he said was it's weird to hear a woman talk about running routes. So honestly, I didn't have a problem with it because that's just the way he felt. And it is kind of weird. It's kind of weird to me, because to hear, and we're not saying that a female can't talk about it, can't do this and can't do that. It's just a little weird because when you are in front of the media every Sunday or, Tuesday or whatever days they're in front of the media, you mainly have guys asking you questions. Especially a question like that. Traditionally, a woman, and I'm not saying we can't pass tradition, and a woman can't ask you a question like that, but he just felt it was weird. He didn't say, well, you can't ask me that question because you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? He just said that it felt weird, which, if that's the way he feels, that's the way he feels. And I believe it'll be kind of weird too if you've never been asked that type of question from a female, and now all of a sudden, and not just because it's a female, but just because females traditionally they don't play football. It's just that simple. So let's move on. They're going to kick back to the other day. Going back to the other part.
Funny. Currently, Cam Newton, throughout his tenure, had many up in arms.
And I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
See, he said he knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch. There's a difference, according to Cam Newton.
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is a person who's just, girl, I'm a bad bitch. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay.
And it's a lot of women who are bad bitches, and I say bitches in a way not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that, no, baby, like, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know what.
You heard what he said. When you get that girl, that I'm a boss B and I'm this and that, but you can't cook. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say a woman has to be in the kitchen. He just said, what else can you do for me? You know what I'm saying? Maybe he could cook his own food. But he's saying, but you can't cook. What other qualities do you have, other than you look pretty, you look good? What other qualities do you bring to the table? And y'all females, y'all call each other bees all the time. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, like he said, he's not trying to talk about that being negative. He's just trying to talk about that and just be like, okay, well, what else can you bring to the table? You know what I mean? Can you allow your man to lead? Now, some women don't like that. Some men don't even want to lead. But it doesn't mean that you as the man you're higher than your woman. No, y'all equal. Y'all work together to get things done. Y'all work together as a team. Then you'll get more accomplished. That's the way I see that. You know what I'm saying? But the wording he's using isn't bad wording. Let's continue.
Be quiet. Don't know how to allow a man to lead.
So in this sensitive era of gender roles that we live in today,
So he said, women don't know how to be quiet. But you got to think also, that is a if you don't want to go by all those qualities right there that he just talked about, then why would you try to date him? That's a resume. That's already, if that ain't on your resume, why even try to, bump up on him? You know what I'm saying? Like a woman, you guys have your criteria that you want in a man. And if you said it publicly, then why would a man who actually wants a relationship with you, why would he then turn around and, if you want this and he's about is that. Or if a man wants 2 or 3 women, if you're not down with that, then if he said that publicly and you're not down with that, then why would you try to bump up on him? You know what I mean? You wouldn't, you shouldn't, because he doesn't fit in your criteria. Same thing with Cam Newton. If you don't fit that criteria, he's telling you up front. That's the number one thing you want as it doesn't matter, man or woman. If somebody's going to tell you something up front, then at the same time, you got to respect what they're saying. And if you don't respect what they're saying, then why are you trying to build a relationship with that person? They already know what they believe. Now, can a person's ideas and thoughts change? Yeah. But at the same time, you can't marry that person and they still have those same thoughts and ideas because you married them the way they were and they never changed it. You can't expect them to change it once they get married. You know what I'm saying? So will this hurt Will Smith? Will this hurt Cam Newton? Because right now he's actually a free agent. So will it hurt him? And really quick, as y'all listen to the first clip, you seen it cut it out. It clipped it 3 times. But then when you listen to it, the whole clip, you see he said, "You're a bad bee, this, that, and the other, but can you cook?" The first one where they cut it made it seem like, can you cook? You know what I'm saying? Like you just need to be in the kitchen. It brought a different narrative to it. So you have to listen to the wording to understand what's actually being said, the narrative that's being pushed. You know what I mean? So will Cam Newton get a job now in the NFL? I was listening to Skip and Shannon today, and Skip had a good point. The one thing Skip said was his personality is very big, his charisma, all that to be a backup quarterback. But Cam has said he'll be a backup quarterback. So Cam Newton still, in my opinion, still deserves a job in this league, in the league. You know what I'm saying? He's not a big necessary distraction, unless you call that a negative distraction. I personally don't, but if that's the way you feel, that's the way you feel. But I think Will got to be more careful. Hold up. Bang, bang, boogie. Got to be more careful, boy, I tell you. If you think Cam Newton will be a distraction as the owner, then I guess not. But my voice gone. This match gonna be it's gonna blow over by the time football season starts. You might hear a comment or two, but it's gonna push over pretty quick. I think Cam deserves a job. He says some people are calling him, so we'll see about that. Should have brought my water over here. But with that being said, that's it. That's all for the topics today. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all make sure y'all hit the Cash App too, so we can make this thing grow. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to build on something. Y'all be on the lookout next Monday. What's Monday's date? Leo, what's Monday's date? Leo. Monday is April the 18th. exclusive interview going to be on YouTube. So check your boy out at Gates Open Media. I might put a little clip on Facebook, but I have an exclusive interview of my life legacy line, and that's part of Self. Self is sports, entrepreneurship, life legacy, and fitness. So life legacy gonna be first, and exclusive. We're gonna have my mama on the show, but it's going to be an actual video. It won't be a live, so I might put a little snippet in Facebook, but the real show will be on YouTube. So y'all set y'all clocks for that. That'll probably go out around 6 or 7 p.m. and then I'll still do my live at 9:30. So make sure y'all check that out. Make sure y'all check out Sitting Politics. Literally, I just left from over there talking. That's probably why my voice gone. Did about a 2.5 hour show. You know what I mean? Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please help your boy out. Share. Help your boy out. We're trying to get more subscribers. I think I got like 80 right now. 70 something, 80. I don't know, somewhere around there. But y'all like what your boy's saying. You know what I'm saying? If you want to rewind this after they go off, check me out on YouTube. I mean, you can go back through Facebook too. But YouTube, you can speed it up if you like. It's 32 minutes at the moment. But what topics we went over really quick? Whoopi Goldberg helping Will Smith out by asking the board of the Oscars to allow him to still be able to at least get an Oscar or nominated for an Oscar, even though he's banned 10 years. Beverley hates the Clippers, even the players. I thought he was still like the teammates and maybe just not ownership. But he was talking noise to the players too. And was Cam Newton wrong for what he said? In my opinion, no. It's just part of his resume, or part of not his resume, but any female resume. You are entitled to like what you like and don't like what you don't like. You are entitled to that. And he didn't say all females, all women need to do this. He's just basically talking about his woman. And he was talking about, even more in context, bad B words. When they say I'm a bad B word, those type of females. You know what I mean? So y'all recheck out the video if you just jumped on. But more importantly, check your boy out over there. YouTube, Gates Open Media. Go check me out, like, comment, subscribe. And y'all know how we end this thing every time.
What's up? Yeah. Been waiting a while. Been through a lot. For this moment right here. Yeah. It's for the grown and sexy. Listen.
D-Mine's Music, this is the wrong song though, but D-Mine's Music on all streaming networks or platforms.
Sick and tired of wondering, is my special lady waiting for love and truth? No waiting up down.
Like I say, they don't make it like this no more.
Memories past tense, yeah.
Hey, man. I keep telling y'all, they don't make it like that no more. But as we end, y'all make sure y'all go check out Sitting Politics. I just left from over there. About 2 hours we did a run. Y'all make sure y'all check me out at Gates Open Media. Also, y'all send me some topics. Y'all want to talk about something other than sports? Send me some topics. You know what I'm saying? We going live. You know what I'm saying? I'll get you on the show. Whatever y'all want to do. Y'all want to talk about it, we'll be about it. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about it live. I'll get you on the show. Or if you just want me to do I can't talk now, sis. I can't say it. Specific topic. Y'all let me know. And yeah. So like I said, hit the Cash App, help your boy out, and we are out of here.